What is up? What is up? What is up? It's your boy Kenny Atomic, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video. It's been a long time coming, almost 2 years, but I'm back with a new video, and I figured I would do something about some of my favorite things, that being video games and being Spider-Man. And most recently, we know that the brand new Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. You know what I actually wanted to focus on today was actually the Spider-Man video games, especially the Insominac Spider-Man games. So I figured I would make my dream list of everything that I want in the brand new Spider-Man game. So you guys can hear it out. I've been sitting on this video for a while, so the audio might sound a bit different with my voice. So please enjoy, and I hope to hear you guys' thoughts. And before we begin, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as hitting the hype button on your mobile app. So let's get started with this list. Number 10. Spider Slayers Bring the Pain. With the way that Spider-Man 2 ended, it's easy to say that Norman Osborn has our Spider-Man in his crosshairs, and it's easy to believe that Norman Osborn, with this rage, is actually going to use his taxpayer money from his New Yorkers to improve their lives. Actually, hell no, he's most definitely going to crash out against these Spider-Man, and I think with his new rekindled working relationship with Otto Octavius, these guys are going to plan something that no one is going to like and make their lives a living hell. So, with that being said, I thought about who would be the next Spider-Man 3 henchmen or bad guys. We've already had symbiotes, we've already had Sable agents, we've had tons and tons of bank robbers and just goons. So I think, why not we use a character or characters that haven't been used since the 1990s? And if you want to be technical, the early 2010s. I'm talking about the Spider Slayers. And if you don't know who the Spider Slayers are, the Spider Slayers were essentially this robot made by this guy named Spencer Smythe. They are essentially an anti-walking Spider-Man murder machine. They appeared all the way back in Spider-Man 25, where they were first given to J. Jonah Jameson as he wanted to get rid of Spider-Man once and for all. Obviously, it really didn't work out, but these Spider Slayers always kept coming back and coming back and coming back, and obviously with Norman Osborn and Otto Octavius being huge tech heads, I think that these guys would be an awesome threat to me. Walk with me when I give you guys this idea. So remember in Resident Evil 2, the remake, how Mr. X was basically the biggest, scariest video game character to come out of recent time? I think you could easily do it with the Spider Slayers. So imagine you're just swinging, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, this invisible force just kicks your Spider-Man in the chest, basically, and you find out it's actually a Spider Slayer ready to rip your Spider Person limb from limb. It causes a sense of terror. Basically, you're fighting this brand new robot who's basically adapting to all your skill sets, and I think that, like, with that sense of terror, as well as quick thinking and just movement, I think it will be an awesome experience for the game. A game that also comes to mind for this is actually Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, where in that game where you actually kill soldiers basically at different bases and base camps, those soldiers would actually adapt to your playstyle. So if you were sniping them a lot, they would actually wear helmets. If you were using like grenades or bullets, just shooting them all up, they would actually come through with like explosive body armor as well as bulletproof vest and just cameras all over the place. So I think that having the Spider Slayers adapt to your playstyle will actually make the game a lot more fun, because let's just say you kill a Spider Slayer, say with web attacks. Maybe the next time you come across a Spider Slayer, maybe those web attacks won't work as well. So I think that the Spider Slayers being a scary force, this looming threat that's always out to get you, will actually add a lot more attention to this new Spider-Man game, where it seems like you're going to be enemy number 1 to the city of New York. Number 9, make the Spider-Man unique. So when it comes to Spider-Man 3, and with the eventual use of Cindy being Silk and actually becoming maybe a playable character, hopefully, I think that this gives a great opportunity for all these new Spider people to be completely different from each other. And here's how I think that should be. I feel that like each of these characters should have like their very own special ability that makes them unique. Obviously, Miles has his Venom Blast and Bioelectricity. Spider-Man has his tech, and with Silk has something special, which I feel is very invisible to a lot of Spider-Man fans, is that her webbing makes her unique. Silk has the ability to produce unlimited webbing. Like her first costume was actually made out of like her web fluid. So I feel that with Cindy, maybe she can actually do more specialty web attacks so that she can make web armor, web shields, web concussive blasts, similar to the Spider-Man skills in PlayStation 1 version of Spider-Man. It came out all the way in 2000 or 2001. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, with Miles, you can lend more into the bioelectricity stuff as well as stealth combat with him. In the comic books now, he's actually able to create bioelectric swords from his Venom Blast and a whole bunch of cool jazz. And with Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, you can have him lean more into his tech aspect of his work with his spider arms as more spider bots and a whole bunch of cool gadgets he can do. I feel that if we are going to have these three characters, they need to be unique. A game that comes to mind for me is GTA 5. In GTA 5, you had three main characters, Franklin, Trevor, and Michael. And each of these characters all had their specialties in what they were good at. Michael was great at shooting, Franklin was a great driver, and Trevor was a great pilot. I feel like with this aspect, it needs to be incorporated in Spider-Man 3. Hear me out on this one. So, we all know that Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, is great with tech, and obviously these characters will all have their own tech and gadgets due to them being in proximity to Peter Parker, but Peter Parker will always have the slight edge when it comes to tech-based attacks. With Miles Morales, him and his bioelectricity as well as his camouflage will probably have like a better advantage when it comes to energy attacks as well as stealth. Even though these characters can all perform stealth, Miles will always have the slight edge when it comes to stealth. And with Silk, with her abilities being more web-based, she can actually do better web attacks and not have to worry about certain things. And she has way more speed when it comes to web slinging. So these aspects make each character play differently and also have unique experiences. I think another aspect that would be great for this game would be having each character have their own storyline that could actually intertwine with the main storyline, as well as each character having their own collectibles that they can collect, as well as mini Easter eggs and side missions as well. So those are just my thoughts on how to make these Spider-Man unique. Number 8, try some new villains. When it comes to Spider-Man, he probably has the best rogues gallery when it comes to superheroes, right next to Batman. And I feel like with a lot of Spider-Man games, we all kind of seem like the same cookie cutter villains in many ways. We're always going to have a Rhino, we're always going to have maybe a Dr. Octopus, we're always going to have a Green Goblin, etc, etc. And with Spider-Man's rogues gallery, he has so many villains to offer. I think it's time for us to go and switch it up a bit. Instead of like characters like Sandman, even though I was so happy to see Sandman in Spider-Man 2, I would love to see a boss battle that involves Hydro Man, or maybe like Big Wheel, hell, or even Speed Demon, or Tarantula, or Molten Man, or Jack-o'-lantern. Let's just go and mix it up a little bit and have like some brand new unique villains. I know that we probably are going to have Chameleon due to the Easter egg in one of the side missions of Spider-Man 2, so I think that it's now perfect time for us to go and expand Spider-Man's rogues gallery in the video game world. Number 7, hero cameos. The cool thing about the first Spider-Man was seeing all the little Easter eggs around New York, so you could find Daredevil's law office or the Sanctum Sanctorum or the Wakandan embassies, and that was really awesome. I feel that's something that should be elevated with the third game, and possibly in this trilogy, is actually having some more superhero cameos. Spider-Man has a lot of friends, even though like he is kind of seen as a loner. I think that you can do a lot of justice by adding some more street heroes into the mix. So maybe we can do a mission with Cloak and Dagger, or maybe we can do something with Prowler. I mean, Prowler's already in there, but you know what I'm saying. So that there's more like side characters within the New York atmosphere, or maybe Danny Rand and Luke Cage can actually pop up for a mission. And just like a bunch of more street heroes, making the world of New York seem more lived in instead of like the Avengers always being out of town and like the Fantastic Four still unpacking after so many years. So let's just add some more cameos into the world of Spider-Man. Number 6, the Green Goblin needs to be a menace. So obviously we know that in Spider-Man 3, the Green Goblin is going to play a pretty big part, aka Norman Osborn. Do we know if he's going to become the Green Goblin? No, but there's a high chance that he's gonna be donning that glider again. So with the Green Goblin being Spider-Man's number 1 villain next to Dr. Octopus, he needs to stand out from the pack when it comes to all other iterations of the Green Goblin. William Dafoe did a great job within the movie realm, but I feel like we still have not gotten a great Green Goblin in the video game realm. So when it comes to the Green Goblin, he needs to put Miles, Peter, and Cindy on their ass. So the Green Goblin needs to be a threat, a menace, and just all around just terrifying for the player when it comes to the game. Number 5, add death to New York. Everyone craps on the game Spider-Man 3, obviously for its memeable moments and just all around bad storytelling and weird graphics. But this game did something really cool that I feel like not a lot of Spider-Man games have done in the past. They added some depth to New York City. In Spider-Man 3, you can go for the subway tunnels, the sewers, and as well as the New York skyline and just the streets of New York. So that's like almost 4 different dimensions of New York that you can play through and have fun in. So I feel like with Spider-Man 3 coming to the PS5 or PS6, there really should be like more variation of travel and traversal through the city. And I think that having the subways and the sewers would be a lot of fun, and you could have a lot of cool Easter eggs pertaining to Spider-Man lore and just Marvel lore in general, because there's a lot of weird stuff that happens in New York in the Marvel Universe, and so exploring even New York's underground will be an awesome sight to see. Number 4, costume customization. Besides the fact that there was a brand new Spider-Man game in 2018, which was an instant buy factor for me buying a PS4 and also the game, another cool nerdy thing about it was the cool costumes that came with the game. All the deep cuts from Spider-Man's past and present, and even different artists' interpretations of Spider-Man were really cool to me. And in Spider-Man 2, they really upped it as well with all the different color variations as well. But I feel like with this new Spider-Man landscape that we have in the world, I feel a lot of Spider people and Spider fans really want to have their own look and style when it comes to Spider-Man in their games. So I feel like having customization feature basically where anyone can go and make their own Spider-Man costume any way they want to without using mods and just using tools that Insomniac allows us to use would be a great feature for the new Spider-Man game. I can just think of all the amazing Spider-Man outfits that we can get and people will share online in their cool Spider-Person personas. Number 3, new minigame events in the world. Now, with the Spider-Man games, a lot of the crime activities are just the big, like, mindless tasks you can do. Stopping bad guys, chasing down trucks, stopping break, doing all that jazz, and saving burning buildings. But if you remember back in Spider-Man 2 in the PS4, there was a lot more variety of things that you can do basically when it comes to swinging around New York City. You can either go and stop bank robs, save people from falling off scaffoldings, save people from fires, bank robberies, carjackings, all this stuff, and even catching balloons. So I feel like this needs to come back in Spider-Man 3 with just like some more variations of crimes and just different things going about in the city. Even though I love the base clear out missions in Spider-Man's Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2, I need some variation, I guess. I need like some spice in my life. So I feel like having more mini games and more mini events in the world of Spider-Man 3 would be great. Hell, even bring back Screwball, or maybe even add arcade, or Taskmaster can come back. Just different activities to make the world of New York City feel more lived in. Number 2, side characters should play a bigger role. Now, from Spider-Man 2, MJ really did have a big role in the game, as well as other characters like Genki, but I feel like we should see more of them in this world, as well as people from Cindy's life. And with Spider-Man 3, there is a high chance of us getting 3 characters to play as. And I feel like this could be a great opportunity of fleshing out Spider-Man's supporting cast, because for a lot of Spider-Man fans, you come there for Spider-Man and you stay there for the action, but there's always been a great bonus with his books though, with the very engaging supporting cast in Peter's and Miles' life. So I feel like having these characters play a bigger role within the games would be great. And also you could do something like that with Cindy Moon, with her background being a journalist, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Maybe she can actually be like a mentee to Mary Jane's, who could be in some ways like her idol when it comes to news journalism, and just in-depth relationship with Miles and Aaron, even as it is in the comic books, and just different things as well with Spider-Man and MJ and how their relationship is developing. I feel like the Spider People supporting cast should have a bigger role within this Spider-Man game. Number 1, have a definitive ending for Peter Parker. With the way that Spider-Man 2 ended, it seemed like we found Miles and Peter both entering new phases in their lives. Peter started his own nonprofit, Miles is entering in the final stages of his high school career and transitioning into college, and big changes are afoot for them. And the way that the second game left off, it seems like we're probably going to get a lot of closure. Possibly for Miles, most definitely for Peter. I think Peter's ending should be impactful and be a gut punch or maybe inspirational. I know it might be a tough task for Insomniac to go on top of the emotional impact of the first game with the death of Aunt May, but if they can even come close to it, I feel like they have the opportunity to make one of the best Spider-Man properties of all time. And that is everything that I want in the brand new Spider-Man game. I hope you guys enjoyed the list, but I'm actually going to be real with you guys. I'm not done yet, so we're going to do a bonus round. So I actually thought about this idea going back to my editing days of this video, so I figured why not add one more thing. So here we go. If you remember back in Spider-Man in the 2000s, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, as well as the 2002 Spider-Man movie game, there was one thing that Spider-Man had in all those games. He actually had web fluid he had to manage. So I think that this element should come back in the brand new Spider-Man games. Because, you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit of a hater. I am so tired of seeing these compilations of people just zipping all around New York City, just like using unlimited webbing, just zooming around. I actually want there to be some skill as well as some wall crawling, because Spider-Man climbs on walls, but I feel like the wall crawling aspect of Spider-Man has been very, very neglected. So I think we should bring back web fluid because it makes you want to be more articulate with your web shooting as well as more thoughtful with your resources, because if you're going to be enemy number 1 of the city of New York, your resources are going to be limited. So I believe that having web fluid and having a limited amount actually helps bring more tension and more thoughtful action into the game. And now that was the true ending of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the list. Maybe I'll make some more of these in the future, but please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as hitting the hype button, because that really does help. It spreads the video around to more people, as well as helping me grow an audience. I hope you guys enjoy. Please have a great day. Take care of yourselves and peace.